Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is another beer from Spyglass Brewing Company out of Nashua, New Hampshire. This is the first Luminous Objects. This is a collaboration beer with Bellflower Brewing, and they are out of Portland, Maine. This is fermented with Star Party yeast, mash, and dry hop with Cascade, Citra, and Simcoe hops, clocking in at 8.1% alcohol by volume. This is a West Coast IPA. So normally Spyglass does the juicy New England IPAs. This is their take on a more traditional West Coast style. And as you can see, the appearance definitely looks more West Coast, more of a golden color, and it's a little hazy, but you can see through it when you hold it up to the light. About a finger and a half, 2 fingers worth of a nice white, kind of a cross between a creamy and a frothy head. Definitely smells more westy. Get the like grapefruit, citrus type notes. Little bit of a tangerine, and an herbal, grassy type hop note in there as well. It smells really good. The 8.1% is not coming through at all. There's a little bit of a bready malt aroma as well. That's pretty much it. None of the alcohol coming through. It smells good. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Cheers. It's really nice. Like a tangerine citrus note is really the first thing I got. I thought it was going to be the grapefruit, but then the grapefruit, that slight pithy type note is coming through as well when you get through the tangerine notes. A little bit of bitterness from that. Nice bready center. It's really not that bitter. It's well balanced between the hops and the malt. Lightly toasted bread notes in the middle of the sip. The finish is pretty dry. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing. It's got a little bit of an earthy hop note to it as well. A little caramel in the middle as well. A little caramel malt. A little bit of lemon, like a lemon citrus note in there as well. Very refreshing, relatively light-bodied, nice glass lacing, head retention, a little bit of a haze to it. You can see through it. I don't know if the camera's really doing it justice. You can see through it, but there is a slight haze to it that with some of the really traditional like West Coast IPAs, they're completely like a deep golden color and completely clear. There is a little bit of a haze to this, but I'm not knocking it for the appearance. It's pretty standard, I guess, overall for the appearance, other than that slight haze. Excuse me. High medium carbonation. Like I said, the body is relatively light for 8.1%. The finish is crisp, clean, dry, refreshing. Sessionability is really through the roof for an 8.1% beer. This is a nice collaboration beer, and this is a nice take on a West Coast IPA from Spyglass Brewing Company in collaboration with Bellflower Brewing Company, both New England breweries. So an excellent take on a West Coast IPA from New England breweries. As a matter of fact, I like this more than most of the West Coast IPAs that I've had recently. The only West Coast IPA that really sticks out to me, the Lagunitas Hop Stupid, their traditional IPA. Some of the stuff from them is really up there, but in general, I'm not a huge fan of the West Coast super bitter, piney, resinous type IPAs, but this one hits the spot. I think the nice earthy hop notes that you get from this, the nice balance between the hops and the malts overall is really nice. Not too much of the piney, bitter grapefruit type notes. It's there. Not so much the piney, but the grapefruit, that little bit of a pithy character from that as well. It's there, but it's nicely balanced. It's not over the top. It's not a palate wrecker, and it's very easy drinking, like I said, for an 8.1%er. And it's just super refreshing and enjoyable. So I'm going to go with a 94 out of 100. I think this is a pretty solid A. If you're really into the West Coast IPAs, you may give this a much higher score, like 97, 98, which is perfectly understandable, but this is really not my go-to when it comes to IPAs. I prefer the juicy, more New England style, hazy doubles versus the standard doubles. But an excellent beer nonetheless. So 94 out of 100 for the Spyglass collaboration beer with Bellflower Brewing Company, the first Luminous Objects. Definitely worth a try if you can find it in your area. By the way, this can is under a month old, so super, super fresh. If you can get this beer, or if you're out near Nashua, definitely check out the brewery. Give this beer a try. They make excellent, excellent beers. I would highly recommend it. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 94 out of 100 for the Spyglass and Bellflower collab, first Luminous Objects double IPA. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you right here on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.